sports fans, and welcome to J-Dog's Lofty Picks. In this episode, I will analyze Super Bowl 51 and predict the winning team and the most valuable player. The contenders are the New England Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons. In the first set of analysis, I will rate the Patriots' offense against the Falcons' defense. In league rankings, Patriots' offense is number 2, and Falcons' defense is 22. Before delving into position battles, it is clear that the Patriots have the edge. First position group, the Patriots' offensive line versus the Falcons' defensive front 7. The Patriots' offensive line is an average group, but Coach Belichick shuffles the line combination more than any other team in the NFL. Generally, it works and gives Brady decent protection, but in their last game against the Steelers, Brady got sacked twice and had lots of pressure in the backfield. The Falcons' defensive front 7 began the season as a pretty average group, but they seem to steadily improve and are peaking just at the right time. They dominated the Packers in the NFC Conference Championship game. I give the Falcons the edge. The Patriots' offensive line is wearing down, and the Falcons' defensive line is on the upswing. Second position group, Patriots quarterback versus Falcons pass rush. Despite missing the first 4 games of this season, Tom Brady posted incredible stats: 3,554 passing yards, 28 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. Tom Brady is one of the greatest pocket passers in the NFL history. The Falcons would like to flush Tom Brady out of the pocket, forcing him away from his strength and making him throw on the run. But that is unlikely to happen. The Falcons' defense doesn't pressure QBs much, and Brady averages a speedy 2.39 seconds from snap to throw, which usually renders a pass rush irrelevant. Vic Beasley, a second-year defensive end for the Falcons, more than doubled his sack total from last season, racking up 15.5 sacks. I expect Beasley to have a strong individual performance, forcing at least 1 sack and a few hurries. I give the Patriots and Brady the edge. Given Brady's history of success in big games, I think he will find a way to overcome whatever the Falcons' pass rush brings at him. Third position group, Patriots run game versus Falcons run defense. The Patriots run game features a power back in LeGarrette Blount and a quick and dodgy back in Dion Lewis. But the Patriots have been relying on the pass this postseason, rushing on average only 2.9 yards per carry for 77 yards per game. A balanced attack will be needed in this Super Bowl. The Falcons' run defense was the second worst in the league this season, allowing on average 4.8 yards per carry for 135 yards per game. The Packers were playing from behind in the championship game and did not establish a consistent run. I give the Patriots the edge. I expect Coach Belichick's game plan to feature a steady dose of Dion Lewis on the edge as a rusher and screen pass receiver. Blount will be key in short yardage and goal line situations. Fourth position group, Patriots receivers versus Falcons secondary. The first thing to note is that the Patriots' star tight end, Rob Gronkowski, will miss the Super Bowl with a back injury. Surprisingly, the Patriots' pass attack continues to flourish without him. He is able to overcome nagging injuries. Martellus Bennett fills the tight end role admirably. Plus, they have exciting playmaking receivers in Amendola and Edelman. Each season, it seems like Belichick and Brady are able to elevate the play of a relatively unknown receiver. This year's project is Chris Hogan, and he is peaking at just the right time. He was a surprise factor in the AFC Championship game against the Steelers, with 9 receptions for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Falcons secondary ranks 26th in the NFL league. It is a very young group, lacking experience. However, the young players are maturing rapidly, and rookie safety Keno Neal is outstanding and serves as a strong anchor. Increasingly, the secondary is showing flashes of talent. For example, Jalen Collins forced a Packers fumble and recovered the ball at a key moment in the conference championship game. Overall, the Patriots receivers get the edge, but the Falcons secondary is better than the stats indicate. The Patriots should not underestimate them. Lately, they have protected deep passes particularly well. I expected the Falcons secondary to make 1 or 2 big plays in this game, even if they routinely beat on routes. In the second set of analysis, I will rate the Falcons offense against the Patriots defense. In league rankings, the Falcons offense is number 1, and the Patriots defense is number 7. The Falcons have the edge, but the Patriots will put up a fight. Let's look closer at the position battles. First position group, the Falcons defensive line versus the Patriots defensive front 7. The Falcons' high-powered offense owes a lot of success to its consistent pass protection and excellent run blocking by its offensive line. The line improved from a ranking of 26th last season to 4th this season. That turnaround played a big role landing this team in the Super Bowl. They rarely make a mistake and hardly ever get flagged for a penalty. The Patriots' defensive front 7 played very well despite losing 2 key players in the offseason. Jabal Sheard is a young defensive end that is steadily improving. And by adding Terrence Knighton, the line got the bulk in the middle that it needed to free up star linebackers like Dante Hightower to wreak havoc. Falcons' offensive line has the edge. I expect them to protect Ryan and open up the run game just like they have all season. But as the game progresses, I expect fatigue to set in. The competition at the line of scrimmage will even up in the 4th quarter. The Patriots' defensive front 7 may do even more damage late in the game. Second position group, the Falcons quarterback versus the Patriots pass rush. Matt Ryan is a dynamic player. He throws accurately from the pocket, design rollouts, and even scrambles during broken plays. He can even tuck it and run if necessary. Last game he rushed for 23 yards, 1 touchdown, and threw for 392 yards plus 4 touchdowns. Ryan completes an outstanding 70% of his throws, and he excels at passes of 20 yards or more, ranking 2nd in that category. This QB is hard to stop. Patriots must be fast and physical to have a shot at disrupting Matt Ryan's momentum. But the pass rush is not a strength for the Patriots. The season stats show that the Patriots made contact with QBs only 50 times this season, and Ryan is statistically one of the best quarterbacks when pressured, often completing throws for decent yardage. The Patriots' best hope is for the youth and endurance to give them an improved pass rush as the game wears on. Watch for defensive end Jabal Sheard and linebacker Dante Hightower to make a stronger impact late in the game. For this position group, I believe that Matt Ryan for the Falcons gives the Falcons the edge. Third position group, Falcons run game versus Patriots run defense. The Falcons run game features a dynamic duo of Devontae Freeman and Tavon Coleman. They normally have their way with teams, but the Patriots are the number 3 ranked run defense. Falcons coach Dan Quinn may need to be tricky with some run calls to open up some opportunities. If the Falcons can hold Devontae Freeman and Coleman to a limited amount of yards, it will force Atlanta to over-rely on the pass. Expect the running backs for the Falcons to have a couple of good runs, but don't expect them to have a 200-yard game. Given the stats of the Patriots' run defense, this edge is most likely in the Patriots' favor. Fourth position group, Falcons wide receivers versus Patriots secondary. Falcons star receiver Julio Jones is no doubt one of the best receivers on the team, and probably the league. But he has some great competitors right next to him, such as Mohamed Sanu, who is a great young talent. In the last game, Sanu had 5 catches, 52 yards, and 1 touchdown. Getting that kind of production from receivers not named Jones is a big part of the Falcons' success. The secondary can't stop the Falcons, and the entire receiving corps is a threat. The Patriots have a strong secondary. They will claw at the receivers and challenge every ball. Cornerback Malcolm Butler is the 4th best defender in coverage. He will be a good matchup for Jones that will further emphasize the need for other Falcon receivers to step up. Overall, I give the edge to the Falcon receivers, but the Patriots secondary would not make anything easy. It'll be a fun competition to watch. Now let's turn our attention to the kickers for both teams. It'll probably be a close game and come down to a field goal. The Falcons kicker Matt Bryant made 91% of his field goal attempts this season with a long of 62 yards. While the Patriots kicker Stephen Gostkowski made 84% of his field goal attempts this season with a long of 53 yards. Both are good kickers, but the edge goes to the Falcons. The long field goal is needed late in the game. Now for the injury report, which may play an important factor in this game. Julio Jones has a toe injury that limited him in both practices this week. The other injury for the Falcons is Alex Mack, who's questionable with an injury that led him to not practice at all this week. Perhaps the reason why the Falcons' injuries are so few may be because the Falcons in the offseason trained with a military company named Acumen Performance Group, which is a Navy SEALs training group. Patriots have 4 players questionable to play: Danny Amendola, Chris Hogan, Dante Hightower, and Martellus Bennett. Without 2 starting receivers and the rock of their defense, the Patriots may be at a disadvantage. If Martellus Bennett doesn't play, then that would mean that the Patriots have lost both of their starting tight ends this year to injuries. The Falcons are definitely a healthier team. Hopefully, the Patriots can overcome injuries and compete. I fully expect that the questionable players will attempt to play in the Super Bowl. Conclusion. I believe that both QBs will have a great game, and one might even need to do a last-minute game-winning drive, which they are both known to do. My prediction is that the Falcons will win 24-21. This will be a shootout kind of Super Bowl. My prediction is that the Falcons will win 38-35. And the MVP will be Matt Ryan. Thanks guys for tuning in to another episode of JDog's Lofty Picks. I hope you guys enjoy the Super Bowl.